Hello, welcome everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the fifth show for the Virtual Village Influencers, the
I
fifth
think
week.
so. I think the fifth week.
Um,
So we're
hey,
excited to host for you guys tonight. So my name is Ayana, if you already don't know.
and my name is Paul, and we are the Virtual Village Influencers. We are here to inspire and influence the youth and help them transpire their thoughts and be more creative and better themselves. And we are mostly culturally affirming, and we like to experiment with not experiment. What am I saying? We like to. Dang, I'll pass. I'll let Ayana explain what we do here.
Okay, so what we do is we promote literacy in the Black community with
Yeah.
the help of Miss Starr and Mr. Rodney. They've helped us a lot on, learning and everything to influence the youth of our, in our community. And so, how are you guys? How are you, Paul?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Ayana?
I'm doing good. I hope everyone had a fantastic Tuesday. Hi, Shania. Good evening.
So today we have a very interesting show for you all. We will be having multiple guests come up and read poetry and literacy. And so before we do that, I just have something to do. I think it goes along the lines of
Mommy, community in action, but on my little sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too, but on my little sound of that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Learning, exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, a little sound of that. We confident, we practice, and develop fluency. Look, daddy, a little sound of that. Families, they bind and they representing me. Look, granny, a little sound of that. Look, auntie, a little sound of that. Nice, I see a lot of sound of that. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have a sit. Look, mommy, community in action. Well, on my little sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, on my little sound of that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, a little sound of that.
there goes Miss Star's ringtone.
I absolutely love that.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. You s-
No, I said I absolutely love to hear the sound of that every night.
yes. So today, everyone, we have a very interesting show, as stated before. But before we do that, we would like to let you know to give us a share and go and support us. Go to clevercommunitiesinaction.org, and we will have to show you our amazing merchandise. I hope you enjoy. I know I enjoy. I'm gonna go buy that as soon as my next paycheck come in or whatever. What? He's just gonna show you this amazing
Look, let's
merchandise.
go ahead and show them.
So here we are. Let me go back here. Here's the website. Go down to there is a link, clevercommunitiesinaction.org, where it will have the merchandise. You hit shop, and here's the wonderful merchandise that Miss Star has provided for us. I love this one right here, the Literacy Gang one.
Yes.
This is the Virtual Village limited edition T-shirt. This is what we wear every single Teen Takeover every Wednesday. Make sure to tune into that.
Yes, tomorrow is our 15 takeover night. I hope you guys all tune in.
Yes. Yeah. And so let me close this out here. So Miss Ayana, do we have a special guest today? I think.
Yes, we certainly do. So let's not waste any more time. Next week, our first reader is a third grade teacher. Her name is Miss Lakisha, and she worked at Jaycox for 8 years. So she's a dedicated teacher, and we appreciate you so much. And then she will be reading alongside Caleb, who is 12, and he likes playing video games and reading, and he's in 8th grade, and he's also a Boy Scout. So, Paul, why don't we go ahead and bring him up?
All right, let's bring him up. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Great. Yes.
That's good. So what have you
He
guys?
didn't know he would be on Facebook Live.
I'm sorry.
He didn't know he was going to be on Facebook Live.
You just told him.
I always just, I did it with Owen too. I always just fool him.
How do you feel about that, Caleb?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
Oh, don't worry. You'll do just fine tonight. Everyone is showing you guys love in the comments. So Miss Portia says, good evening. Hi, Miss Portia. And then Mr. Eric says, hello, hello, hello. And Miss Tiffany, she says, happy Wednesday. So they show nothing but love in the comments, and we'll discuss that afterwards. But if you guys want to go ahead and get started reading, then you certainly can.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm so excited to be up here tonight with my son, my older son this time, Caleb. And the book I chose for us is one of my favorites that I showed my kids in my class.
Miss Lakisha,
It is called...
you're a little muffled. I'm going to try leaving the stream again, and then it should sound better.
Okay. All right. So the book I chose is the book that I read with my students at school, and it's actually called Hip Hop Speaks to Children, a celebration of poetry with a beat. And it's edited by one of my favorite poets, Nikki Giovanni. And if you look inside, anybody who gets this book also gets the CD so that you can listen along with it. All right, so we're going to be reading this book together. We're going to read not the whole entire book. We're going to give you a little snippet of some of the poems that are included in this book. And I hope you enjoy it. We got to talk around.
Okay. So the first story is called Things by Elias Greenfield. Went to the corner, walked in the store, bought me some candy, ain't got it no more, ain't got it no more. Went to the beach, put on the shore, built me a sand house, ain't got it no more, ain't got it no more. Went to the kitchen, lay down on the floor, made me a poem, still got it, still got it.
All right. And that's a cool picture that comes with it. The second poem is called Hip Hop Rules the World, and it's by Jacqueline Woodson. Hip hop rules the world, Lamont said, grinning like somebody had told him he just won the lotto. But all it was Miss Marcus saying, of course rap is poetry, one of the most creative forms. So now Lamont's writing lyrics and bopping his head, and every chance he gets, saying hip hop rules the world, and it's one of the most creative forms. And hey, dog, guess who else is a poet now?
The next poem is by Gil Scott Heron, and it's called I Think I'll Call It Morning. I'm going to take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm going to take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, but be no rain. And I think I'll call it morning from now on. Why should I survive on sadness, convince myself I've got to be alone? Why should I subscribe to this world madness, knowing what I've got to live on? I think I'll call it morning from now on. I'm going to take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm going to take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me. Why should I hang my head? Why should I let tears fall from my eyes when I've seen everything that there is to see? And I know that there ain't no sense in crying. I know that there ain't no sense in crying. I think I'll call it morning from now on.
The next one is called Aloneness, and it's by another one of my favorites, Gwendolyn Brooks. Aloneness is different from loneliness. Loneliness means you want somebody. Loneliness means you have not planned to stand somewhere with other people gone. Loneliness never has a bright color. Perhaps it is gray. Loneliness does not have a lovely sound. It has an underbuzz, or it does not have a sound. When it does not have a sound, I like it least of all. but aloneness is delicious. Sometimes aloneness is delicious. Once in a while, aloneness is delicious. Almost like a red small apple that is cold. An apple that is small and sweet and round and cold, and just for you. Or like loving a pond in summer. There is soft water, looking a little silver dark and kind. You lean most carefully, and you look like the single picture there. Rest is under your eyes and above your eyes, and your brain stops its wrinkles and is peaceful as a windless pond. You make presents to yourself, presents of clouds and sunshine and the dandelions that are there. Aloneness is like that, sometimes. Sometimes I think it is not possible to be alone. You are with you, and pulse and nature keep you company. The little minutes are there, building into hours, the minutes that are the bricks of days and years. I know another aloneness. Within it, there's someone to ask and tell, one who is Mary, Willie, John, or James, or Joan, whose other name is love.
The next story is called From Ham and Eggs by a tribe called Quest. A tisket, tasket, what in my mama's basket? Some veggie links and some fish that stinks. Why, just the other day I went to my grandma's house. Smelled like she just conjured up a moose. Eggs was frying, ham was smelling. In 10 minutes she started yelling, "Come and get it, and get it and look good." I said I shouldn't eat it. She said, "I think you should, but I can't. I'm plagued by vegetarians, no cats and dogs. I'm not a vegetarian. Strictly collard greens and an occasional steak goes on my plate. Asparagus tips looked yummy, yummy, yummy. Candy ants inside my tummy. A collage of good eats. A snack, some nice treats. Applesauce and some nice red beets. This is what we snack on when we're questing. No second guessing.
I like that. This is called The Girls in the Circle, and it's by Nikki Giovanni. The girls in the circle have painted their toes. They twisted their braids with big yellow bows. They took grandma's face powder and powdered each nose and sprayed evening in Paris all over their clothes. They are amazed at how they look. They smell good too. Mother may not be amused. The girls in the circle now tease and giggle. They look so grown up with that high heel wiggle. Their pearls are flapping, their dresses flow. They are so sorry they have no place to go. Mother refuses to drive them anywhere looking like that.
The next poem is called Music for Fun and Profit by Gary Soda. I love music. I made a drum out of an oatmeal box and a harmonica. Out of my comb was and wax paper. I made a flute from a straw, a triangle from a coat hanger, and with rubber bands between my thumb and my finger. I twangled out my carol and the boat ashore to my cousin Anne Reef. Cholito behind the bars of his crib. With pencils I clapped out Las Mananis on pie tins and shook maracas of soup cans and a handfuls of BBs. With my fingers in my mouth, I whistled, "Oh man, river." As I walked to school, kicking through the leaves in applause of cat and dog rain, I made a guitar from a shoebox and fish line and strummed Louie Louie to my low-riding cat, Chateau, as he slunk about the yard. A blue bandana around his neck, I sang along to the radio, slapping a beat from my thighs. I whistled through my nose and popped the bass from my puffed up cheek. Yes, I love music, but I set my poppy. When I did a drumroll with my spoon and fork as the food arrived at the kitchen table, I was really upset with my parents when I spent $2 on in bubblegum wrapper for a kazoo, a flute that sounds like a duck. Music is fun and it's also for profit. Every time I bring out my shoebox guitar, my oatmeal drum, my harmonica comb, with a skirt of wax paper, or especially my kazoo, Poppy shakes his head and growls. He rattles his newspaper and yells, "Por favor, calate." He punches his fist into his pocket and brings out a quarter or a dime, and I run away. With the music of money jingling in my pocket, fun and profit, already I'm the lead singer of my own band.
This one's called Audition and is by Hope Anita Smith. Sunday mornings at our house are full of music. Grandmama is singing. She says she's auditioning for the heavenly choir. The music of her voice gets us up and dressed, gets us fed and out the door. Grandmama is singing, her voice as rich as cream, sure as tomorrow. I close my eyes and try not to let her see how her song moves me. Let her keep practicing. She is music, and I never want her song to end. And if you get that book, you'll also see that Kanye West song from Hey Mama is in here too. But we ain't going to do that one because...
This poem is called Funky Snowman by Caleb Brown. Funky Snowman loves to dance. You think he wouldn't have much chance without two legs or even pants. Does that stop Funky Snowman? No. Turn up the music with the disco beat. When you're in the groove, you don't need feet. Crowds come out and fill the street. Kick it, Funky Snowman.
Funky Snowman. Okay. Dream Boogie by Langston Hughes, another one of my favorites. Good morning, Daddy. Ain't you heard the boogie woogie rumble of a dream deferred? Listen closely, you'll hear their feet beating out and beating out a... You think it's a happy beat? Listen to it closely. Ain't you heard something underneath like... What did I say? Sure, I'm happy. Take it away. Hey, Pop, Rebop, Mop, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This poem is called Oh Words by Elias Greenfield. Oh, I love these wacky words, like those crazy words that crack me up, like dibbity, doobly, doo, and such. They don't mean much, but oh, I love them so. Not those wicked words, those mean words from the mouths of sorcerers who point and yell and cast a spell, saying, You will sleep for 1,000 years. I will not change, so stop your tears, sleep. And the good folks fall and then lie still, while I hug myself to hold the chill, brought on those wicked words. All of those yucky words, those words that make me see and smell the goo. Oh, it's so gross, it's awful, and it's bad. The yuckiest time I've ever had. Words, oh what a mess. Wicked, wacky, yacky, yes.
And you also, if you got this book, you would also see there's the poem Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang. This one's Ladies First by Queen Latifah. I break into a lyrical freestyle, grab the mic, look into the crowd and see smiles, because they see a woman standing up on her own too. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go. I'm going to mess around and flip the scene into reverse. With what? With a little touch of ladies first. Who said the ladies couldn't make it? You must be blind. If you don't believe, well, here, listen to this rhyme. Ladies first, there's no time to rehearse. I'm divine and my mind expands throughout the universe. A female rapper with a message to send. The Queen Latifah is a perfect specimen.
This poem is called People Equal by James Barry. Some people shoot up tall, some hardly leave the ground at all, yet people equal. One voice is a sweet mango, another is a non-sugar tomato, yet people equal. Some people rush to the front, others hang back feeling they can't. yet people equal equal. Hammer some people you meet a wall, blow hard on others they fall, yet people equal equal. One person will aim at a star, for another a hilltop is too far, yet people equal equal. Some people get on with their show, others never get on the go, yet people equal equal.
And the last poem we're going to read it's from It's Love, and it's by Jill Scott. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride. Ooh, it's love. Love, 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 love. Do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it in your candy sweets? Do you want it on your pickled beets? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it on your biscuits? Do you want it on your black-eyed peas? Feed it to me, feed it to me, feed it. Ooh, it's love. And the book has plenty more poems from many different musicians and just simple poets. So that is. Thanks.
That was a really good book. We thank you for reading tonight.
Well, thank you for having us. That was fun.
Yes. You guys have anything you want to say?
I was really nervous at first because like there's a ton of people watching. So but then when I started reading more, I felt less scared and nervous, and I started like feeling much better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just glad to be here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad to be here with him. And
go ahead.
I'm glad to be here with him and share my love of reading and literature, and hopefully kids out there will take on that love of reading and literature too.
I agree. It was a beautiful duality between you two.
Thank you. I like doing that.
Yes. And so why don't we go ahead and head over to the comment section so you can see all the love you're getting. So we have Miss Portia. She says, welcome, Lakisha and Caleb. Get Like Shania. She says, hi, Miss Lakisha. Miss Bridget Brown said, hi, Lakisha and Caleb. Miss Star, she says, awesome. We're so glad to have you and Caleb here tonight. I most definitely agree. Miss Bridget said, oh, that is amazing. I haven't seen that one. Thanks for the introduction. Miss Star said, Jill Scott Heron.
Yes, that poet's awesome.
And you want to take over from here, Paul?
Miss Chioma Griffin says, celebrating our youth. Yes. She also says reading is fundamental. Miss Armstrong says, great job, Caleb. Yes, you really did do great.
Yes, your reading was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Miss Jackson says, DJ Jackson. Miss Sawyer says, happy Tuesday. Hashtag daycare life. Miss Armstrong says, a tribe called Quest.
Yeah, I won't read. Yeah. And Sugar Hill, I won't read that.
We have Miss Jones saying, good morning. Get Like Shania says, I'm loving these poems. Yes, I loved the Tribe Called Quest one.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah. Miss Armstrong says, we're loving these selections and the tandem reading between mom and son. Hashtag Black culture, hashtag literacy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Mr. Joe Walden says, good family. Mr. Zayek says, hello, great ones. Hello. Mr. Joe Walden also said again, you and Caleb did an excellent read. Miss Pink Sugar HR says, "Hello, family." And that is all for the comments.
So as
So,
you can see, a lot of people loved the book that you guys were reading.
yes.
Yeah.
And so, with you two reading, we would like to initiate you into the literacy gang. I'm pretty sure Miss Owens is already into the literacy gang. And so,
Yeah.
you're officially welcomed into the literacy gang. You are initiated and you are welcome to read at any time you are available.
Yes, and you cannot escape this love. You hear me, Caleb? So you can come back and read anytime you would like to.
Yes.
Are you feeling better?
Yes.
That's,
We're
I
glad
hope
to
I
see that you're comfortable.
Go ahead, Paul.
No, I was saying we're glad to see that you're comfortable.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. A lot of people enjoyed you too, and I enjoyed it too. Thank you for coming up here and reading.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
So,
All right.
Paul, that was fantastic.
Yes, I love the read. It was a lot of poems. I like how it was very varietized within that one book, and those are only a few pages.
Yes, they did a great job. And then I loved the mother and son. That was so pretty.
What a reaction between the two. Yeah,
Yes.
and
And so,
so
go ahead.
so make sure everyone to give us a share. If you want to join the literacy gang and read up here, make sure to hit the sign up genius
Yes.
and just sign up to read. Come through anytime that you can, and we would love to initiate you. And we will have fun up here and just enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
So
you.
for our next reader, we have a self-published author. He's from Virginia Beach, and he does poems and children books for the youth. And so we have Mr. Daryl Davis.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We're
Good.
doing-
How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
So
So-
tonight, are you? Wait, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go, Ayana.
Oh, I was going to say, so what will you be reading for us tonight?
I was gonna do something a little bit different. Unfortunately, it was my bad. I didn't have any extra books laying around. I was gonna read one of my own self-published books, but I'm actually working on a poetry book, and I
Ah,
was going to see if I could maybe do a couple poems for you guys, if that was okay.
that would be amazing because I don't know if you know this, but I'm also a poet myself.
Yay!
Yes. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your poem. So we'll go ahead and let you read, and then we'll ask you a couple questions afterwards.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right. Okay. This first one is called I Am Here. I am here. No need for introductory or conversation. I was taken from my land of the mother and brought to I was taken from my land of the mother and brought to a nation full of hatred. I was stripped of my spirituality, my language, and everything held sacred, and put under the chains of a slave, but still gave birth to your nation. I am here. Modern day, we hold our hands up, arms spread, face down to the pavement. The old form of noose has become the new form of gunshots and gun cases, but I have no fear in my heart. I was given the blood of a king, endowed by my creator, that makes me strong as a brick in the hand of a mason. I am here. Your February is not long enough to understand my greatness. Your literacy is not thick enough to withhold my pages. My melanin runs deep than time through the ages. For you to understand my beginning, you have to understand the first stars of creation. I am here. My people grow strong as the minutes turn to hours. I look in the face of white supremacy because I know that the man that stands behind the hate is a coward. And I run up the mountaintop until I rise to power and scream, I am here. And so that was the first poem. I just read that one, so I was trying to get some of my words, but that was the first poem that would be in it. And the second one is called Soldiers to Gods. So you want to be a gangster. So you rather fall victim to the mob, work the block 9 to 5 instead of getting a real job. So you start selling white because the economy's not right. You say the man's on your neck, young brother, I know it's hard. But let me show you how to be in charge without beating a charge. I'm just trying to beat the odds. Turn these soldiers into kings that speak language of gods. But you turn to the block, complacent in the game as long as possible because you know it comes with a life expectancy, like it or not. hungry for the money like a cannibal. Hannibal Lecter does not have half the appetite these young brothers have got. Until one day the young soldier's forced to defend his spot on the block. Somebody's new moving in. Time's racing on the clock. He's like, oh no, I can't let the next man take my money, so he goes home and grabs his daddy's old rusty Glock. Bang. Locked up in the Western region in a prison he rots. But me, I'm just trying to beat the odds. Turn these soldiers into kings that speak language of gods. I'd rather understand the cosmos, the moon, and every star, and build up my temple in the hands of Ptah. Read books of Dr. Ben, Noble Drew Ali, and Dr. Clark, and understand the 42 confessions and uphold Ma'at. Not feeding your mind is the key to your decline, but it's fine. I know it takes time to find a positive grind, but selling dope to the fiend is the blind leading the blind. So let me give you some fruit from the vine. It tastes more than divine. Feeding your subconscious, it's just send chills up your spine. But I don't know nothing, right? I'm just trying to beat the odds. Turn these soldiers into kings that speak language of gods. And so that was Soldiers to Gods.
Do you have another one?
No, those were two I was going to share from the book. Unfortunately, I'm still in the process of still writing some, but right now I have 8 poems. I didn't want to like just spill.
Oh no, keep going, keep going. No, you can keep going if you want to.
No, I'll hold off. I don't.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Paul, you have anything to say?
Yes, a little bit of inspiration from the first poem. Of course, with everything going on in the world right now with protesting, and that was kind of my message to the rest of the world as the title, I am here, that we are here, that we're not going anywhere, that we've been here and we'll continue to be here and we'll continue to rise in power. So that was the thought process for the first poem. The second poem, I worked as a deputy. I was also working in a prison as a prison guard, and I've also worked with alternative youth, what they call it. And that was kind of my message to some of the youth that I've worked with, that unfortunately I worked with them when they were little kids in middle school, to unfortunately having to see them behind bars of the actual jail. And so that was the inspiration behind that, just giving them a message that even when you meet those crossroads, there's certain ways you can go to avoid doing something that you don't want to do in the near future. So those were the inspiration behind those 2 poems. I just thought I would share those with you guys.
Yes, those were extremely powerful, and they have like the most definite meaning, and they're very straightforward. That's what I really enjoy about those poems. So,
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Wow.
So, Mr. Darrell, we'll just go through these comments for you.
Okay. All right.
Ayana, if you want to read them, I'll show them.
Okay. So Get Like Shania said, hello, Mr. Davis.
How's it going?
Miss Starr said, yes, you are, Ayana, a great poet, and so is Mr. Darrell. Yes, you certainly are.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Miss Starr says, powerful.
Miss Starr.
Oh, Miss Cry says, whoo, I am here. Love the poem.
Thank you.
Miss Tasha says, snap, snap. Miss Bridget said, amazing poem.
I appreciate that.
Miss Starr says, speak. Miss Cry said, you better speak, sir. Miss Tasha says, snap, snap. Miss Tasha, is that a snap?
No, those are hand claps.
Oh, okay, I can't see. Mr. Eric says, dope, strong, nice poems.
Thank you.
Miss Joe Angela Walden says, excellent, powerful. Thank you for sharing. Miss Rosa says, so talented.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Darrell, are you already in the literacy game?
I shared before. I've shared some of my past books. I think so.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So what inspired you to get into poetry overall?
I think it's just a different form of artistry. I've always had a passion for art, whether it's been drawing of any kind of media or, you know, just doing regular books for kids. But I think kind of what makes this one a little bit different is the passion behind it. And so with this particular book, I also wanted to do audio so you can actually hear it rather than you just read it from a book. And that's the kind of spin I wanted to put on it. So that's why I think I fell in love with poetry, because you can actually say it and put meaning and feeling behind it. And people can feel that same vibe.
Yeah, I've most definitely felt it. And me being a poet, I've always looked up to, especially spoken word, like poetry. And so yours, it hit really different, like it in a good way. And I really enjoyed it. Like that left me speechless. Like that was really good.
I really appreciate that. Really
You're welcome. So you said you published a book before?
Yes, I have 6 children's books. And so this poetry book would be 7.
So would you mind telling everyone the titles and where they can find it to purchase it?
I have I Am Queen. I have Sweet Tooth Tales of Kennedy Sweet. The new one that just came out a couple months ago, Go to Bed, Ryan Rex. I have My Black is Beautiful, No Bully Zone, and I have Wally the Bully. And they're all on Amazon, Barnes & Noble online, except for 2 of them. Ryan Rex, I haven't had a chance to put it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble yet, but the rest of them are on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Just type in my name, Daryl Carter Davis II, and it should all just pop on up.
All righty. So thank you for letting us know. Paul, you have anything you want to say?
No, I don't have any questions or any comments. But I really did enjoy those poems, and I hope to see great success in all of these literacy pieces that you do.
Thank you.
Yes.
You guys are great hosts.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Davis, we'll let you go on with your day and have a great one.
All right, you guys have to.
All righty. Thank you.
You too.
All right. So, Ayana, I think we should show them the merch again. I'm not sure if they caught it the first time, but I think we should show it again. So What we're going to do is we're going to show you all the merchandise one more time just to make sure y'all got it. All right.
Yes.
And so here we are again with the merchandise. You can find it at can you probably pull up the banner? I'm not sure if I could pull up the banner from where I am right now.
Oh, I am. I said check out the merch. Go support CCIA.
Okay. So yes, here are the merchandise. Here's the shirts. And then we have the Juneteenth challenge. We are on day 7. No, wait.
We're on day, I think we're on day 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's to cook a healthy meal with your family and eat with them.
Oh, wait, no, we're on June 9th.
9th? Oh, I'm so off. I'm so off. It says call an elder and let them hear your voice. So yes, call your grandparents, great grandparents, or whoever you may have in your life, and just make sure to let them know that you love them and you cherish them. And
Paul, go ahead and tell them where the funds are going from their purchase.
So it's going to help promote our literacy gang, and we are here to just spread cultural awareness, as stated before in the beginning, and we will just use these funds to kind of help the community. Like, we see that during these times, most Black communities need this money in order to provide or in order to expand, in a sense. So yeah, that's basically where the funds are going. We're here to enrich people and help them live better in a mental state, physical state, or emotional state. And yeah, that's basically it. So Ayana, do we have another guest?
Yes, we do have another guest. And that guest is going to be who, Paul?
Do I have to back up my calculator? So if you multiply by the 7 and add +3, you get 10. What? And then you get 19 plus 17 plus 5. That equals, I think, you? I'm pretty sure. So yeah.
Yes. So I'll be reading next. And so I'll be reading a book that Miss Star gave me entitled Girls Can Do Anything.
Okay. So I'm going to leave and I'm going to let you do you. All right.
Alrighty, thank you, Paul. Okay, so the book is entitled Girls Can Do Anything. So ever since Jasmine first played with her first tablet, she loved technology. Jasmine wakes up early each morning so that she can play her favorite coding game before going to school. Sometimes Jasmine is so into the game that she forgets to get dressed for school. Luckily, Jasmine's mom sets her alarm just in case Jasmine gets lost in her tablet. Jasmine loves helping other students and her teacher when they have issues with the computers in class. Sometimes she gets teased by other students because her teacher, Mrs. Little, takes the class outside to play Jasmine. Sometimes she gets teased by the other students because when her teacher, Miss Little, takes the class outside to play, Jasmine often plays coding games while the other students are busy playing games. While Jasmine is the classroom technology expert, there are times when Mrs. Little has to call for the school tech support specialist to fix the laptop issues. Whenever Mrs. McDonald comes in the room, Jasmine gets excited. Jasmine watches carefully as Mrs. McDonald fixes the laptop. Sometimes the children in Jasmine's class call her name like a nerd, laptop head, and geektron. Despite her teacher's interventions, students still make fun of Jasmine when the teacher is not looking. The boys in the room often tease Jasmine, telling her, "Girls don't fix computers. Girls are models and do girl stuff." When Jasmine gets frustrated, she asks her teacher if she can go do her work in Mrs. McDonald's office. Whenever Jasmine walks into Mrs. McDonald's office, she gives her a hug and has Jasmine help fix whatever laptop or computer in her office. After a few minutes, Jasmine tells Mrs. McDonald why she is upset. Mrs. McDonald often reminds her that she can become whatever she wants to if she studies hard and puts in the work. A few days a week, Mrs. McDonald and Jasmine eat lunch in the back of the library. During their lunch, Mrs. McDonald tells Jasmine stories of the challenge she experienced growing up being one little girl who loved fixing things. Mrs. McDonald explains, "When I was growing up in Southside Chicago, we were so poor my brothers and sisters made cars and games from mattresses, furniture, and broken appliances." Mrs. McDonald also had to deal with being teased because she loved to fix broken lamps and televisions. Her sisters and brothers often teased her when she went into their room taking wires from an old lamp and replacing it with the bad wires on broken lamps. However, whenever someone has a problem with the appliances or televisions in the house, they took the broken item straight to her. Jasmine often asked Mrs. McDonald how she dealt with being teased when she was younger. Mrs. McDonald told her, "I focused on the fun I had when I learned something new or when I fixed something broken around the house. I was okay with being different, and I liked knowing that I could do special things with computers and appliances." Mrs. McDonald told her stories about how sometimes her mother, stepdad, and siblings would try to convince her to play with dolls or other girl-related activities. Despite not fitting in with her family's thoughts on what a girl should do, Mrs. McDonald understood that working as a waitress or being fine with staying at home while her husband worked somewhere in the city did not fit her vision for life. As time passed, girls in Jasmine's class saw how happy Jasmine was after meeting with Mrs. McDonald. Jasmine told them stories about how she learned how to fix computers and the coding games she played during her lunch sessions. After hearing about all the fun Jasmine was having, the girls asked Mrs. McDonald if they could join her lunch group. Mrs. McDonald replied, "Yes, we always have room for another future scientist, engineer, and or CEO of a large company." Knowing that planning the events for a large group of girls was going to be challenging, Mrs. McDonald asked the librarian, Dr. Smith, to help. Dr. Smith agreed to help. Weekly, they met with the girls and explored various career paths and did STEM-related activities. As staff members came to the library, they also offered to support the girls by donating funds and resources for the field trips. They also helped by having their various friends and sorority sisters come to the school and speak to the girls. Not all of the girls' parents were excited about the girls learning about STEM careers and opportunities. Toya's mother believed that girls should be learning about their hair and makeup related activities. Toya's mother eventually called up to the school to fuss at Mrs. McDonald about having her daughter in their group. Mrs. McDonald invited Toya's mother to come up and join in the next girls' group. Despite being reluctant about seeing the girls participate in the STEM related activities, she agreed to attend the next lunch group. Toya's mother was amazed at what she saw the girls replace parts on the various computers. She, like many women, were raised to think STEM was not for girls. After seeing the amazing job the girls did, Toya's mother, Mrs. Jordan, apologized to Mrs. McDonald and promised to support the girls in any way she could. Periodically, Mrs. Jordan would come to the girls' group and help with the STEM activities. As the word spread around the community about the amazing STEM group the girls were a part of, more and more business partners came to the school to support the girls. Eventually, there were more than 50 girls in the group. Mrs. McDonald enjoyed the ride as their small lunch group grew into something that would help build future female leaders. Mrs. McDonald reminded Jasmine, girls can do anything if they put their mind to it. And that's the end of Girls Can Do Anything.
Excellent read, Ayana. I really enjoyed this. It shares a message that girls can really do anything, because despite her being kind of like pressured to fit into a certain group, she went beyond that and just experimented with what she was very much interested in. And that just shows that she can do anything that she puts her mind to, which was the message at the end.
I most definitely agree. And then one thing that she did that a lot of girls, especially of color, should learn to do is lead. So instead of being pressured to fit in and conform to other people's standards, you should be able to lead and start a group of your own that other people can join and look up to.
Yes.
Yes.
And so
I really enjoyed that book.
Let's just go through these comments here. Let's see what you have for, So Miss Crystal said, girls can most certainly do anything. I love to read this book to my students. Yes, that is.
Yes.
And so Miss Armstrong said, you're doing great, Ayana.
Oh, thank you.
Ms. Bridget Brown Jackson says, great reading, Ayana. You and Paul did a great job tonight leading. Thank
you.
Ms. Crystal also said, fantastic reading, Ayana. Way to go.
Thank you.
Your sister said yes.
Thank you.
Miss Armstrong said, say that, Ayana.
Thank you. That always supportive, Miss Star.
Get Like Shania said, great book, Ayana. Girls can most definitely do anything.
I most definitely agree.
And so that will be, oh, wait. There's another comment that came in. Hold on. says, keep leading, guys. Great job. Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Yes, thank you for joining us tonight and reading your beautiful poem. That was truly phenomenal.
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, you want to read this one?
Ms. Jones said, I made a donation based off of Ayana's reading and the poetry presented. Okay.
Wow. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. So that was today's show. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's show, Teen Takeover. We have a lot in store for you guys. And make sure to give us a share as in the ticker below. Please give us a share and make sure everyone sees this message that we're trying to spread. We're trying to spread cultural awareness. We're trying to spread Black influencing literacy. And we are just here to promote Black culture. And we are what we... I'm just speaking too fast for myself. But yeah. Ayana, do you have anything to say?
Once again, thank you for all the love in the comments. Thank you once again, Miss Tasha. Thank you, Mr. Darrell, for that beautiful poetry. And thank you for our beautiful duality that we had for our first two readers. That was truly phenomenal. And I appreciate both of you. And I hope you guys tune in tomorrow for Team Takeover Night. So we start at 7 and we have a really good in-depth topic for you guys. And so I hope you guys tune in and have a wonderful night. Oh, and Miss Tasha says, I'm excited about Teen Takeover. I enjoyed last week. Thank you so much. I hope you tune in again tomorrow.
Before we leave, we have to show it again. We have to show the merch again before we leave. So let me just pull this up right here. And bam, 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 bam. We got it right here. So here's a Juneteenth challenge. And we are on day 9.
Yeah.
It says call an elder and let them hear your voice. Call your grandparents and let them hear your voice and tell them.
Wait, and Paul, can you read a couple more of our past Juneteenth challenges so our audience can get a feel for what it is?
So here we are. Our Juneteenth challenge is here to sort of inspire and help people better themselves. Not better themselves, but kind of be influenced to make the community better, make themselves better. That's what I meant to say. And so, yeah, we're just here to, it says meditate on 5 things you are grateful for on day 3 in your life. So if you haven't done that already, you can always go back and just do the things that you probably have missed. And so, yeah.
And Miss Star, she says, it's the last week to order. So thanks to all who have supported. So we have a lot of cute t-shirts. Really rocking the style. We have our own, and I know I'm going to purchase another one. And so this is the last week to order. So I hope you guys donate and purchase.
Yes. So yeah, make sure to do the purchasing of the fresh, clean gear, the sweet cut gear. Yeah. Miss Crystal says she's getting ready to purchase another shirt. So,
thank you.
And we will. I forgot, what are we supposed to do? I think it's supposed to go like that.
Look, mommy, community in action. But oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Learning and exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, and let us down to that. We confident, we practice, and develop fluency. Look, daddy, and let us down to that. Families, they bonding, they representing me. Look, granny, and let us down to that. Look, I'm here, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that.
I'm so reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit.
Look, mommy, give me the read in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that.